How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another post-game Bed Wars commentary. This time we're doing something a little different. This is a commentary on a custom server, Bed Wars custom server that I did with a few of my friends. So I am going to make a video on it, but basically what happened was we did a Bed Wars manhunt against me. So it was me versus three other players. And in that game, um, I did pretty well, I think. But anyways, so now we're doing a different version of this where it's I think three of us versus AidenOwl, one of my friends. So after we did the one against me, he wanted to do his own manhunt, and well, we're doing it. So I'm just getting a bunch of stuff here, and he is actually really good. Um, in terms of pure PvP, he might actually be better than me. Um, I don't know about game sense wise, but he is really good. And he's also incredibly good at clutching, so because this is free shop and he has access to all the items, he is basically unkillable just by knocking him into the void. So we have to actually kill him by just raw PvP. And of course, no fireball spamming is allowed. But we can still use wind charges and even decoy players, just conservatively, because sometimes decoy players can be really overpowered. Alright, so me and my teammate Trendy Bear are considering pushing, and he actually tries to block trap me, which is crazy because no one can trap me. And then I considered going in for a mace hit, but I kind of messed that up. And then we team on him. But the only thing is, he's allowed to use poison, and we aren't, which is just a little unfortunate. I fall here, but it's okay. Actually, wait, no, it's not okay. I forgot I died. I'm rewatching this like the next day as I'm giving my commentary right now. This was kind of cool. I didn't have to use my jet booster there. I just landed on that and then Pearl aggressively after him because I don't remember what our teammate was doing, but it ended up mostly just being me and Trendy Bear against him. It's mostly just the two of us. But yeah, this was really good practice for all of us, especially in me for like being aggressive because he was running for quite a bit of it, so I needed to, be focused and work on just being more aggressive in general. And now finally all three of us are here, and so we can target him all together. But I think one of my teammates actually died. I got a bit of a low ground there. He is really good at this wind charge thing. I could have gotten him with the mace there if he hadn't used cryo freeze, which is kind of annoying. But you can actually use wind charges
Yep,
on
makes
people who are
sense.
in cryo freeze. And then here he what did he do? I forgot. But I break my jet booster again, which actually ends up kind of being a reoccurring theme. I think I break my jet booster a lot, which is kind of annoying. After they nerfed the jet booster, it's so much worse. But anyways, so I continue hunting him down, and he just killed my teammate, I think. Yeah, I think he just killed Trendy Bear. But for some reason, he got darkness. I use a wind charge to bounce him up. He got darkness on the island storm upgrade. I thought he was gonna mace me there, so I was kind of panicking because he jumped up. I almost bounced him off the edge here because you can actually use wind charges to bounce people around that are in cryo freeze, but I missed it there. And since he can use poison, I'm just gonna quick drop so quickly here. But we're actually almost at the same HP, and I end up running across this bridge even though I know he's there. Now we have this head hitter that he gets, but he kind of messes up because he comes out from under it, which allows me to get a head hitter. And then I combo him off a bit, dodge his hits. But like I said, he's really good at clutching, and he manages to clutch this somehow. That was like one block off, and he managed to clutch. But again, I miss my mace hit somehow. That was a pretty big deal. And then he's cryoed on the edge, and somehow I missed my wind charge again, but I could have knocked him off there pretty easily. And then he gets down to like one heart here, and man, he manages to cryo. I'm using the wind charges to bounce him, but it ends too quickly. And then me and Trendy Bear both keep pressure. It was mostly just me and Trendy Bear. I forget. I think our other teammate was ex Cuckoo. Oh yeah, he. This is the first time he dies. Oh yeah, all three of us were there. He didn't expect to die, I don't think. So he was pretty shocked that he did. But he took off his chest plate. I don't know if he broke it or just like, or if he just like didn't swap it out or something. I don't know what happened, but well, that was our first kill on him. But I've already died like twice, and our teammate doesn't have a chest plate. Ex Cuckoo. Ex Cuckoo was our other teammate. So it was me, Trendy, and Cuckoo. And I want to say we had another teammate, but I don't think we did. I think it was just us. And I boost over here. I've gotten a lot better at the special kind of wind charge jumping that AidenOwl does a lot. And then, oh, yeah, Aiden eliminated our teammate, which is unfortunate. I'm pretty sure. Do I die here? No. I try to mace him here, but it doesn't work, and I take a lot of fall damage. Yeah, Aiden Owl is really good at a specific kind of wind charge jumping that allows you to get a lot of distance, like diagonally. And then I get like really low here. I think I might die here. Oh yeah, for some reason here I was walking, not sprinting. I don't know what happened there, but like my sprint key got stuck or something. I don't know. It was weird. And then me and Trendy continue to push him, but it's a 2v1, and when the one person can use poison and cryo, but you can't, it's actually annoyingly difficult. You kind of have to wait for them to mess up and make a mistake before you can actually do very much. Yeah, so like that was a really good example of the kind of wind charge jumping that Aiden Owl can do really easily. And he taught me it once, but I'm just now kind of starting to figure out how to do it. And then I managed to kill him here because he didn't clutch. So that makes it our second kill on him. But again, I've already died like two or three times. And so has Trendy Bear. Uh, and I think I tried to go for a mace hit here. I'm like comically bad at using the mace. Like on Java Edition, I'm crazy good. Like you could actually play the clip. Okay. And then Aiden falls, and I try to block him up here, but somehow he manages to come back and run. Then I knock him off again, and then I knock him off again, and I think this time we do manage to kill him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, we kill him. So I'm great at the mace on Java Edition. You know, I can attribute swap, stun slam, use a trident mace, but like I'm horrible at the Hive's mace for some reason. I think it has to do with the only way to get height is with a jet booster or a wind charge. And wind charges are expensive and do a lot of damage. And jet boosters, they're good for saving you if you're about to die and you don't want to use up all of your boosts. I start falling here, and I think I barely managed to like glitch up through the floor. Oh wait, no, that's right. I glitched too high up and then fell and died. I forgot about that. Yeah. So now I decide it's probably time for me to start using my decoy players because that's actually one like really overpowered strategy that you can use. There's two big strategies when it comes to like using decoy players, and it involves either spamming them so that the opponent can't hit you and you gain invincibility, or you uh, place one down, let them hit it, and then you use that to start a combo. Which actually, that idea of using them to like give you a like little period of invincibility, it's actually something that I could have used recently in a really important game that I played. It was actually good tech that I just thought of. But yeah, so I start using the decoys here. I'm hoping that he's going to try to hit me, and he does, which knocks him off the bridge. But again, he clutched because he's really good. But I was hoping that he would use his bow and shoot the decoy player, and then that would knock him off. But I hit him once here, knock him off, then place a decoy, and then I hit him off again. And he did pearl, though. And then he drinks cryo freeze again. It's kind of annoying. Then Trendy Bear's on him, so it's okay. We just keep rushing. This whole thing was just a lot of running and clutching. This was actually kind of close here. I was kind of worried that he was going to knock me off there. Whoa. I get hit by the wind charge up there. Because right here, if I use my jet booster, it's going to break. And that's what happened to AidenOwl. That's how he just died there. And yeah, and he mentions the jet nerf. It's it's so much worse now. Like it used to be, I think, 6 emeralds, and back then that was. I agree with the hive that it was overpowered. For only 6 emeralds, you could if you went to middle early, you could get a jet booster and a diamond pickaxe, and you could move, and you'd have a weapon, and you'd be able to break concrete or deep slate. Like if you just went to middle early game Bed Wars, you would win basically the entire time because you could get a jet booster. But I feel like they should have done one or the other of the two major nerfs that they made or that they did. They did two big things to the jet booster that were huge nerfs. One was that it now costs more. It costs 8 emeralds. Or sorry, no, it costs 9 emeralds now. And then the other big nerf was that you can no longer do like three in a row. They increased the amount of heat that like each boost does. So you can't just boost 3 times in a row and then break on your fourth. If you boost twice, then you break the jet booster on your third. And then a slightly smaller one was that they made it cool down slower if it's at a higher heat level, which honestly isn't that bad and I feel like should have been a thing anyways, because that seems to make sense to me. But I feel like they should have done one or the other. Either just increase the price or just do less boosts. I don't know. Anyways, so here Aiden was trying to mace me and then he poisons me, but I wouldn't charge him off and managed to kill him. I was bow spamming for a bit, and then he said, "Where are my pearls?" I think he was going to pearl there, but like didn't have them in the right hotbar slot or something. Now, right here, I think this is where I start to use more of the decoy players for the invincibility, but he starts running. And so I just kind of chase after him and hit him off. I tried to block his oh, that was really close there. That boost onto the island, that was so close. But yeah, I tried to hit him after his boost to cause him to take knockback and stop it. But now he kills Trendy Bear, and because we have health on kill, he's now full health. And he's glitching up through the bottom of the island now, and I spam decoy players so that when he tries to hit me, he's just going to hit them and they're going to deal knockback and bounce him off, which actually does work and causes him to break his jet booster and kill him yet again. And he said it's a noob strat, and he actually used a really good wind charge to knock me off. I think I landed that mace hit and then dodged his, but that was actually a really good wind charge that he did after I killed him, knocking me off. Then me and Trendy are just both camping where he's purling to knock him off, and I think Trendy Bear killed him. But yeah, it was this was a very interesting game. I learned a lot of very useful like end game strategies. Oh, actually, no, Aiden did not die. He's alive. That, oh man, I remember that. That was like crazy. I was like, what? How is he alive? Where is he? That's something he does a lot. He'll like it'll look like he died, but then he just didn't. And then here I try to mace him again, but I miss the mace yet again. My aim when falling is just not that great for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it's because I have the mace in like a weird hotbar slot and I end up thinking more about getting onto that slot than I do about actually aiming. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, this was definitely a very useful game for practicing for end game Bed Wars, because I actually feel like that's my like weakest game mode, like by or not game mode, but like skill set. That's my weakest skill set because I'm pretty good at everything else. But the one thing I'm really not good at in Bed Wars is when you get to late game Bed Wars and everyone has diamond armor and everyone has poison and decoy players and jet boosters. I usually end up losing like 90% of those games that last for that long. And it's really annoying because I've at that point when it almost reaches sudden death, I've been playing in like one game with the same people for like 20 minutes and then just to die to something stupid because I'm not good at end game Bed Wars, it's really annoying. So recently I've been trying to practice it a lot more and I'm going on my end game Bed Wars training arc to get better, which actually that's a part of just the general Bed Wars training arc to get better. And I will be posting a short soon to come back because I actually took a pretty long break from my Bed Wars training arc, but I'm coming back soon and I'm gonna keep posting more videos. But I actually do have some more complicated long form videos that I would need to post. Actually, not that I need to post, that I need to edit first of all. There's the one where I master the bow, which I mentioned in a short, like, I don't know how many weeks ago, and it's still not done. I seriously need to finish editing that. And then there's also another video that I have to edit that was actually very interesting. I played in another Hive event, not the one I made a short about that was hosted by Ponty Boy, but I played in a different Hive tournament. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but it was pretty crazy. So you'll definitely want to pay attention when that video comes out because I had a lot of fun and it was a really, really cool event. Anyways, so here I'm just continuing to fight everyone, or not fight everyone, but just fight Aiden. And he was, up until now, doing a really, really good job of killing both of us and keeping us at bay. But I feel like now he kind of got a little tired. And again, he mentioned the jet nerf again. And I was kind of worried that he would start getting like bored or upset because we kept killing him, but he didn't, thankfully. I told him he's good because it's true. He is really good. He's a good player, and being able to win a 1v2 at least is, proof of being a good player. So just because he was dying a lot to the jet nerf doesn't mean anything. That just means he, I guess, could work better on using the jet, being more aware of using the jet booster. Now here, I do something that's pretty interesting to avoid being hit by the mace, because almost anyone can avoid getting hit by the mace if they either move or just place blocks above their head. Like, if you know someone's going to use the mace on you, just do one of those two things or even do both of those things, and I guarantee no one is going to be able to mace you. It's really useful and good to know. Somehow I think I died here because of fall damage, but I was trying to use my jet booster before. I don't know what happened there. That was weird. Here I think I try to do kind of like the jet booster like bridging method that I invented when I was training with Aiden. Because I've never seen anyone do that before then. Um, and I start doing that on the next few respawns because I'm gonna die a few more times in like the next few minutes. And when I respawn, I tried to do the jet booster bridging thing. Here, Aiden cryo freezed on the edge, and I was able to wind charge him, and actually, I killed him just with the wind charge, which was actually pretty cool. Because when someone is in cryo freeze, they cannot do anything. They can't even see their inventory or their items, and that was really really good. Now here he had his jet booster on for just a split second, so I was able to do more damage with my diamond sword. He was trying to focus Trendy Bear because he was low, but then I started backstabbing him. He managed to drink cryo again at 1 heart, really, really close. I start wind charge spamming him, and then he just poisons us again. I jump up here and start eating golden apples, and I try to mace him here, but I think I miss. Yeah, I miss because he moved off to the side. It's really hard to use the mace. I try to use it here again, but like if someone's just running, it's so hard to use the mace. I don't know if I'm just bad at aiming or if that's actually just the way things are. Then he drinks cryo freeze yet again. I tried to use the wind charges, but there wasn't enough time. And now I'm really low. And once Aiden figures that out, he tries to target me after we start running, or after he runs and then starts fighting. And then he curls again, or wind boot, and jet boosts, but then I die. And then I think, do I try to do the jet boost here? Yeah, I think I tried to do it there, but didn't really succeed at that. It's kind of hard to do. You have to have the jet booster and then you have to use it and press spacebar just the right way, and you have to like stay looking down at the right angle and then flick your head up to actually make it, which is kind of difficult to do. He gets a crazy wind charge boost on me, or gets a crazy wind charge on me, and then poisons me again. When he's spamming poison, he can easily 1v1 me, and then he can also 2v1 us when he's using poison. But here I just spam decoy players so that I can eat a golden apple in peace. Then Trendy Bear comes, and we just kind of gang up on him. But I fall, barely manage to make it up, use the mace. He, I think, does manage to land a mace hit on me here, and then we manage to knock him off. And then he pearls, and somehow he manages to survive. I pearl behind him and knock him off, and then he comes behind me to mace me, and then I almost break my jet booster, and I almost land the pearl clutch, but I didn't. And I die yet again. I think this is where I try to do the bridging. Yeah, yeah, I tried to do that there, but I just had a really weird angle and it did not work. So anyways, we keep rushing. I tried to do it a little bit there too, but I didn't even have my jet booster on, so it did not matter. Trendy Bear is still fighting, so I run over. I try to mace Aiden, but I miss. And then I do the decoy player, and then he pearls again. I barely managed to survive pearling behind him. And then he falls, and I think he dies. It was pretty difficult. He said lag, uh, and then he keeps running. I think I think I might use the decoy players one more time. Get some more gaps or blocks. Yeah, right here. Yeah, this was a good fight. He's way better than I am at using the mace, but he still missed a few of his shots here. And he runs. I really like using the jet booster to boost in front of people and then turn around to stop them. That's something that I've gotten really good at doing, and I really like it. That was a great wind charge for me. And then he does the same thing here, but it's okay because I have a jet booster. And I tried to do a 360 on the mace there, but that just didn't work out. And then he actually does land a really good mace hit on me here that gets me down to half health because he also poisoned me at the same time. And he tries to knock me off here. But I get a few bow shots in. He does the wind charge, and then the game is over. So yeah, that was my commentary on an interesting custom server that we played. And Aiden got a grand total of 18 kills, which is really crazy. Yeah, he really is the immortal demon, even though, he died a lot. But it's fine. Because again, he had a lot of skill. Okay, that's all. Bye.